All right, let's go straight now to the chief of police in Tampa, Lee Bercaw. So glad, Chief, that you could join us right now. I know that you have talked to a lot of people in your community, hoping to, I guess they're wanting to weather the storm. I'm just curious, what were those conversations like? What did you tell them? How are you dealing with folks that don't want to leave at this point?
That's a great question. First of all, for the last 2.5 days, we have been evacuating. This is the largest evacuation that we have done in the 53 years that I've been alive in Tampa, Florida. And this is definitely the storm of the century. I have all of my 1,000+ officers here assisting in the outpouring support from, you saw the Coast Guard, the local, the sheriff's office, the state, the federal government. It's overwhelming, and it's also a great support. But individually, think about the Tampa Bay area is about 3 million people. The city of Tampa is about 500,000 people. And our evacuation process is nearly half of that, about 200,000 people we're trying to evacuate. And you can see from the roadways that the traffic, you can tell that people are heeding our warning. But just this morning, I came across an elderly lady in our South Tampa Peninsula who did not want to evacuate. And she had actually inflated a flotation device and planned on floating in her home. And we were able to fortunately evacuate her. But there's probably more of her out there. And that's what our officers were doing all this morning, is going out to our most vulnerable communities and helping them to evacuate. And we're almost at that point with the wind speeding up where we are not going to be able to respond anymore. I can't in good conscience send my police officers out to assist people once it gets too dangerous, because after the storm, we need to be ready to go for our rescue and recovery efforts.
How do you make that decision, Chief? Oh, my gosh, especially if there's folks, right, that are calling for help, but you've got to make that tough decision. How do you reach that point? What's the protocol for you?
Well, it's a very tough decision. And my whole job is to reassure people that they're going to be safe. And unfortunately, this is that rare once in a century time where I can't reassure you that you're going to be safe if you didn't heed the evacuation warnings.
So, most important thing that you want residents to know right now?
To hunker down, stay safe, and make sure you stay in your homes and don't come out until it's safe. You may think it's safe and come out and there's wires down, and that's the last thing we want, is further accidents from the storm.
Well, I know it's a busy time for you, Chief. Sure appreciate you joining us. Lee Bercaw, wish you the best of luck. We'll stay in touch.
Thank you.